Okay, we are in the actual second episode of Turning 65 TV, celebrating seniors, celebrating those that have lived a life and have achieved greatness, or perhaps just lived a life. So, anyhow, we're going to go over some things that happened in the month that you were born in, July of 1960. And that we're also going to make it a little bit more relevant for you. We're going to discuss the or go over some of the things that happened in 1978, so that you don't remember 1960 very well, do you? But so let's see. First, Jacob, or am I going right here to my next? Oh, there you go. The Stars and Stripes. The 50-star flag was revealed in this month in 1960 on July 4th, correct, Jacob? July 4th. How about that? That's a big deal. I would say that's probably the most, by far, that would be the most significant moment of that year, of that month, certainly. Maybe not that year, but Jacob, what's next here? Let's see. Let's keep moving. Oh, JFK. JFK was, I guess, ordained. They said we're going to sell him like a box of Wheaties or a box of Cheerios. I forget which one it was, but he was one of the first presidents that was marketed and sold to the public. Not that they all weren't, but they were very successful selling him like a box of Wheaties, weren't they? And whoa, let's turn that phone off. Okay, that's not a good look for making a show as so significant as this. So yeah, JFK went on to be a pretty good president. By today's standards, I guess he would have been some type of, I don't know what you would call it, but by today's standards, I don't know where he would have fit into the equation. But certainly, I don't know that he or any other president of that time would have allowed some of the things, the nonsense to go on that's going on now. And now we're going to keep moving. Oh, some kid, a 7-year-old kid, fell off the Niagara Falls. Did he go over in a barrel? He went over. No, he fell off a boat. Jesus. And he survived. They don't have a picture of the kid because he was a kid. Jacob, you could at least found out who he was and found a picture of him when he grew up. Nothing. We got no pictures of this kid, old Roger Woodward. But here's something that we got a picture of, To Kill a Mockingbird. And this was such a significant a piece of literature, book, whatever you want to call it. Certainly, I think most everybody that in my age range, and probably yours, we're not that far apart, has read this book. And it was quite a significant book. Let's see. Oh, here's a big one. The Etch-a-Sketch. There you go. That's a big deal. Everybody had an Etch-a-Sketch. That didn't survive the test of time. I guess, I don't know when they went out of style, but the Etch-a-Sketch did not survive. I don't know. Maybe they're still out there, but I doubt it. You had one when you were growing up? You're 22. There you go. Have you seen one in a store lately? I haven't. Oh, they still sell them. Oh, really? How about that? So there you go. The Etch-a-Sketch is still a thing. I'm sure a kid gets it and plays with it for about 2 seconds and says, throws it aside. So, all right. What's this? The Texas State Fairgrounds Cotton Bowl? What? Texas World Music Festival. All right. So Jacob thought this was significant. Let's see who played there. Van Halen, Journey, Aerosmith, Ted Nugent, Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong performed the halftime show. Or maybe not, doesn't say halftime show, but they were the, I guess, the segue in between acts. They performed their comedy skits in between acts. Remember Basketball Jones? That was a good one. Coach, I'm going to kick booty. So, Jacob, I still don't know why you have this one in there. Nobody cares. Who's this? Princess Margaret of the United Kingdom is divorced from Anthony Armstrong Jones. I mean, what was the significance there? They were sister of the queen, sister of the former queen. Okay, I guess that's, we'll let that slide into the show. Let's see, what else? The heck is this? Oh, Jacob, what's this got to do with, oh, it's the hospital. So the last time we had a hospital that was the first artificial heart, right? This is the first in vitro fertilization. So I guess they took a turkey baster and made somebody pregnant with it. This is a turkey baster baby. Okay, this is Lewis Brown. So Lewis Brown, we don't have a picture of that baby either. No pictures of the all grown up. Ah, man, somewhat disappointing. Wait a minute. But this didn't happen in 1960. This happened in 78. Okay, the Texas Jam Rock Festival or World Music Festival and the Princess Margaret thing, I think they were married back in 60, right? Yeah, they were married back in 60. So not quite August of 1960, Jacob says, so they didn't quite make it 18 years. So, but anyhow, that's cool. That's cool. What is this? Oh, the music. The Billboard #1 songs. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. So, the 1960 was Connie Francis, Everybody's Somebody's Fool, Alley-Oop, the Hollywood Argylls, and I'm Sorry, So Sorry. I will spare you this singing. Shadow dancing was also a thing. The shadow dancing, Andy Gibb. Yeah, that was Andy Gibb. Sorry, guys, I can't see it unless I move out of the way or move a little bit. But here's a real significant one. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Ben-Hur? Is that in there? That's okay. That's okay. But in 1960, the Volkswagen Beetle was a top song. A top song. So I got thrown off there, Jacob. Hey, Jacob, don't worry about it. You're gonna cause me to be distracted. So in 1960, the Volkswagen Beetle was a big deal. And in 1978, it was the Golf. So let's see. You can see the Golf there. I like the Beetle better. And the Beetle did have a resurgence. They modernized it and put it out. I don't know if that survived. You know, Volkswagen was a top brand, and they fell apart. I think right now they're struggling financially, and you know, those Germans, they do most things right, but they have kind of screwed up the Volkswagen brand. But don't worry, you got Mercedes and you got BMW still going strong. What else? What's next? We got more cars. What is this? The Ford Falcon, which I remember those. They were still around when I was growing up. People, they were all rusted out and stuff, but they were still around. And then it was the Ford Fairmont. And the Ford Fairmont, excuse me, what a piece of junk that was. Jacob, that looks like a piece of junk, doesn't it? I mean, that's just like that car looks like a piece of junk. Hey, if you had one of these, make a comment and tell me how wrong I am. But I would rather have that Ford Falcon any day. And you know, they made the Ford Falcons. They put flares on those over the years, and they made them much nicer than that one. That's about the saddest looking Ford Falcon I've ever seen. Look at those. Are they white wall wheels, or is that just a big rim? Are they white walls on that thing? White walls? Yeah, that was the thing back then. Get white walls. I think when I was a kid, my father had an old Cadillac, had white walls on it. That has not. That has just not survived at all. I don't think there's any car that has white walls, especially since they went to the low profile, Jacob. You know, you got your 22s, you know, on the low profile, you know, on the Hoopty Mobile. So, you know, but certainly not the Falcon, or well, there is no Falcon now. And here's a car. What is that? The Super. Up top there's the Super. And you know, this is where the American auto industry went south. They just made crappy cars for a long time. The Oldsmobile Cutlass. I actually had a Cutlass Supreme, a 75 Cutlass Supreme, but which I had the big engine in it. I had the Kragers on it, and the Holly 4-barrel was bored out and stuff like that. You know, the engine was bored out, and it was jacked up, but that thing wouldn't hold the road. You go too fast, and it was nothing but scary. Let's see. Ben-Hur. We have no Ben-Hur, but that's okay. Jacob, don't do that. Oh, we got something there? Okay. Next image is Ben-Hur? No, it's not. Well, it just shows. That's not an image. That's just... No, we don't need it. Ben-Hur was a big deal. What was it? In 78, or was it? No, in 60. It was the most watched movie until the end of 1960. It says it was a religious epic, but I don't recall it as being religious. I just recall it as being epic. And what I remember most about Ben-Hur, and it was Charlton Heston. I don't know who else was in it. I just remember Charlton Heston. And he was the gladiator of some sort. And I guess that was the first, the first rendition of the Gladiator. Who was that? Who was in Gladiator? Oh, come on. Who was that guy? It was that Australian actor. Come on. Somebody, this is sad. You shouldn't bring something up unless you know the answer to it. Russell Crowe, yes. And then they made another remake of it, but I think the first one was considered much better. But what I remember most about, and if you guys remember this, what I remember most about Ben-Hur was the chariot races. Epic chariot races. I guess by today's standards, if you watched it, it would probably look kind of sort of funny, but or fake. But I remember when I was a kid watching that, you couldn't get enough of it, and you couldn't rewind it either, Jacob. You couldn't rewind it. You couldn't rewind it and watch it again. Like, oh, that was a great scene. Let's watch it again. No. Maybe next year, if you happen to catch it again, or go to the movies and pay for it again. How times have changed. Board games. We got a board game here? Jacob, there's no board game. What board game was it supposed to be? Oh, okay, but I will tell you, the game of life. Let me tell you guys something about the game of life. My brother was a little bit older than I. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's the game of life. And we played that one. But, Simon was a good one as well. I think that's one thing that has fallen to the wayside is playing board games. but that was a big deal. We played Life. You know, we played. I can't tell you how many times I played that game. But I was going to say, my brother and I would play these games, and we'd end up in a fist fight every time because neither one of us would. We wouldn't accept defeat. So, listen, folks. I'm real pleased to go over these events. And I do want to go back to this flag. That was a big deal, and I think that everybody should be proud of that flag. And I think you should be proud that if you were born in July of 1960, that July 4th of 1960, this flag was unveiled to the public. And Jacob, I think we're going to wrap that up, and I'm going to stop it right there. Hey, see you guys next month.